Hello, today's Thursday, April 4th, 2024. I'm Jason Shapiro with Crowded Market Report. So, just a typical day in the market today. With the Dow down over 500 points, the S&P down 64, the NASDAQ futures down 280. We started the day with what seemed like pretty benign data, which was taken as very bullish, and the stock market went up very quickly. The bond market also went up very quickly on that. And then over the course of the day, we saw the bond market drifting off. And then right here, we had some news. Some people would say it was the Fed speaker, but really it was probably more about the Israeli thing where Netanyahu came out and said some things, and bonds ripped and stocks tanked. Okay. And that's pretty much, what happened there. I continue to not like the stock market very much as a long trade here. And shorting is another story, but long trade to me is not great here. Interesting things that happened on top of that. The Swiss franc, which I talk about a lot these days because it is the most crowded trade in the world to me. Short Swiss is the most crowded trade. We had right here. We had right here, Swiss came out with a very bearish number. It's a CPI number that was much lower than expected. The Swiss went straight down, did a little reversal candle here, retested early, and closed up on the day. And this was, by the way, on a day when the dollar index actually closed up. So interesting to me there that the Swiss went up on the day today. On top of that, the metals. It seemed early in the day when the dollar was down a lot and all this was going on and risk was on, that silver was going to fail. It was down very early and then it ripped later in the day. And then after this whole thing of everything selling off silver came down and closed down on the day. Gold was weak the entire day. Call it what you want. It's just an observation. I personally do not like the long silver trade here at all. I do not like long stocks here at all. I don't like how the markets are trading. Now, silver, you could say, is traded great, but there are too many people that I know that traditionally lose money, quite frankly, in markets that are buying silver here. I think it's a terrible risk reward. My personal opinion. Doesn't mean it can't go up. I just don't think that it's very good risk reward. Positioning is no good. Participation is no good for me. A big question is, why were the bonds up? And up quite a bit, I can understand the long end if they're going to delay rate cuts. That's, in my view, good for the long end. But why was the short end up today? Why were the 2 years and the 5 years up today? I do not know. Unless they think, hey, there's a war scare and Iran's about to go to war and that's going to slow everything down. And maybe that's why flight to quality. That's about really all I can think of with that. So those are the thoughts today. Pretty cool day, I thought. We, on our Discord, did get short the Dow yesterday, which was not looking very healthy this morning. With my process, I would have gotten stopped out how the Dow closed up near the highs today. I would have been out. I wait until the close for this very reason. A lot of people say, well, why don't you get out intraday? Well, here's why. Okay, I've had many trades go against me intraday after I get in them, and then they go my way. And I have found over time, just waiting until the close to make a decision is the most important time for me of the day. So that's kind of where we are with that. All right, I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. Happy to hear questions and comments. Please check us out on crowdedmarketreport.com if you like. And I hope everyone had a good day, and we'll speak again tomorrow. Now, tomorrow is the big day, right? Which is non-farm payrolls. I would assume everybody's expecting a strong number, which maybe is why the stock market, started to sell off today as well. It's going to be interesting, not only what the number is, but how the reaction of the market will be. Things being the way they have for the last few weeks, we'll probably get a weaker non-farm payroll number tomorrow, just so that the market can go right back up today, right? After that. But let's see, okay? We'll talk tomorrow. Thanks a lot.